So I want to introduce the topic. We think a lot about this. We don't just kind of pick a term out of the hat. We're purposeful about that because we're still refining this ourselves and still trying to understand the impact it's had on our lives and how in the world that might translate to other people, because everyone's experience is unique. So give opportunity. What does that even mean? Well, let's start to look at some boundaries around it. Why give opportunity? Well, we think because human development is unpredictable. Jill had that great graphic of money falling out of the sky into hands, and I wish life were like that, but I think we all know it's not. Any of us who've been alive for very long have had our share of failures and successes, and we've learned our lessons along the way. And I think if money did fall out of the sky, we'd be very soft and lackluster, and you wouldn't be here today because you'd be home playing video games and ordering pizza and waiting for people to come and mow your lawn for you. And so it's interesting that the dynamic of what it is that brings us from point A of being a child, very needy, and having everyone take care of us, to actually being productive and self-sufficient. And so I want you to think about what that road looks like today, what that path for you looked like. So people don't follow our plans for them. Like I said, if I asked you 20 years ago who you would be and what you would know and what you were doing, could you name that? Could anyone have even told you to end up here today? I doubt it. No matter what amount of money I put in front of you, if I know if somebody gave me $1 million and said, I want you within 6 months to be an astrophysicist, I couldn't make it past college calculus, so I know I wouldn't make it. And that's kind of the point, is because we don't know what people's journeys and capabilities are going to look like, we have to open up opportunities for them and let them walk through it based on their experiences and their drive. The best we can do is equip them to struggle well. And that word struggle is important. I think it's a big part of our own development. I would wager that everyone in here has struggled. I don't even want to say any more about that. So let's look at my journey. I was born. That's right, Steve was there. I struggled. I struggled with math. I had the idea up until the 3rd grade that I was going to know the answer to every answer to every question the teacher asked. And I remember Lee Montgomery, sweet, wonderful 3rd grade teacher. I didn't know the answer. I couldn't figure it out. And I actually started crying in 3rd grade math. And I walked up to her desk crying, and she just gave me a hug and she said, "It's okay. You don't have to know the answer." Important turning point in my life. Amazing how I remember that. I also got encouragement from my 7th grade computer math teacher, Dorothy Stray. Amazing, these names stick out at you, right? Someone who noticed that it wasn't math that I was doing, but because computers were involved, I did okay in that class. And she encouraged me to continue to develop that skill, which became a big part of my career. What happens after that? I got benched by my varsity basketball coach. Another failure. Ron was there. That's right. Long-time relationships in this room. It's dangerous. My first job after college came from my brother Steve. It took me to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Another part of the winding journey that got me here today. I was given a big break by the president of TV Guide to do something I thought was really important in 1996, and that was put them on the internet. I created what became TVGuide.com, and that ended up making a hallmark of my early career. Then I got fired from the same company. Amazing. I got a big break, I did well, and then I got myself fired. But that was a really important step for me because it humbled me, and it made me go seek out a mentor and start asking people's help. And I didn't have to know everything. I still had that pressure, didn't I, haunting me from 3rd grade that I had to know everything. And so I had a mentor, and I grew as an executive to where I grew an organization that had 70 employees. And some people, the jury's still out on whether I handled that well or not, but for a time, it worked out well. Joel's in HR, he knows about my struggles as an employer. But the point is, I could never have seen that coming. I could never have planned that, and no amount of money could have forced me through those experiences or leapfrogged over those experiences. So part of this today, talking about giving opportunity, is the idea of having a little humility about human development. Because one of the problems with international aid is we make grand plans, and we think if we have a billion or a B or a T in front of the illion, that it will get done, that people will change, that we can move things from A to B, that we can force things down people's throats. And they're missing the entire basic point of human psychology and human development. So your journey. This is going to be interactive. I told some of you via email this is a living room experience, so I do expect you to speak to me however you want. You can be the angry uncle, or you can be my friendly aunt. What events and people made you who you are today? I'm curious. Speak up. Who remembers the name of their most influential teacher? Anita?
Lois Gray, 4th grade.
Who was it?
Lois Gray, 4th grade.
And what did she do for you?
She took me outside. I'd never gotten below an A. And she said she was going to give me a C in geography and I deserved a D.
Wow. Were you grateful for the C even though you deserved the D?
I actually I think I got the C. I think I turned it around because I realized I was coasting, I got a little lazy, and and I realized that I wasn't really living true life. I was living this little imaginary world, and she brought me out of it and helped me to see my potential.
Very cool. What else? Any other turning points? People who have influenced your life? Teachers' names? Bob?
Dean Nolte, my debate coach in high school, who I actually called about 10 years ago to say thank you for helping me become the person that I am today. As I was crying, I was able to tell him that, which I think is really important to do.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So think about that the rest of the day. We might make use of that information later. Okay, thank you for your opinions and input. Let's talk about a values clarification exercise. I'm doing this to elicit a response, so give me time. If it offends anyone, say so, but hang with me here. Let's start it off. I'm going to introduce it. What are the best homeless guy sign slogans you have ever heard? You know, the guys that hang out at the street corners, and they're usually the very popular ones. It's usually an off-ramp that usually fills up, and you're going to guarantee a red light, high traffic area, holding a cardboard sign. They've got something written down. Need money for beer. Did it work?
At least he was no, but at least he was honest.
At least he was honest. What else?
Ninjas kill my family, need money for martial arts.
I've seen the same one. Family kidnapped by ninjas, need $5 for karate.
I like that. He set a price point, which made it easier to relate. Good marketer. Any other good homeless guy signs?
Money down when
I won't show up at your house. Oh, wow. I have your license plate number. I have an unemployed bank robber, need bullets. And one a lot like Don's. Why lie? I need money for beer. I almost gave him money. That's funny. Halfway funny, but it speaks back to an important point about our culture. People are begging. So, and this is the part I need you to hang with me and participate and go deep into your heart and stick with me. How do you feel when a beggar approaches you? What do you feel? Compassion? Guilt? Fear? Love? Peace? Confusion? Anyone willing to take any of these or add another one to the list?
Depends on whether it's in the United States or in a foreign country for me for some reason. I don't know why necessarily.
Which way? How do you feel in each situation?
I feel more compassion and love being somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't expect it here.
Yeah.
I
Ron?
think it depends on who you're with, too. If I have my family with me, I think I'm a little less compassionate, a little more fearful in that protection mode, then that would be normal.
Linda?
I feel sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Uncomfortable. How many of you can relate to that one? That's why I put this up here, because it's an uncomfortable moment for me. It has been.